Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, and welcome back to Valley East, USA. Alright, we got what's going on today. If you recall from the previous episode, we were making some manure on via not properly compacting our bunker here. So right now I just finished dropping the last load of silage here, or chaff I guess, and it's just fermenting as we speak, so it should be, I didn't compact it at all basically, so it should all be manure, which is actually what we want. It might be a bit of a waste perhaps in terms of the material itself, but I think that in the long run it'll actually be better for us because we'll be able to increase our profits a little bit more because of it. Alright, so what we're doing right now is going to get this guy rolling over here on field number 9. Turn that down just a smidgen. Field number 9, we'll get this guy rolling here. If I can ever find it, there it is. First waypoint. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to check over here real quick, just to see, okay, so this is what we did last. We just sold the last little bit of canola there. That's what I thought. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll grab this guy, and we'll bring it back. There we go. Bring this back to the main farm, and then we'll go from there and see what's up. And then as we're driving back, we'll stop just to the side of the road up here. Just check on the field itself to see where the nutrients are at, because I believe we have some of the nutrients are good to go in this field and some of them aren't. So we're going to find out real quick. So it's a moisture issue. It's always a moisture issue. If we grab this guy right here. There we go. Let's grab the Massey Ferguson. Probably should put the steering wheel down. There we go. Alright, so what we'll do is spray the field with a little bit of moisture, and hopefully that'll increase it, make up the yield a little bit better for next time. Because of course, if we don't, we'll have a ridiculously terrible yield, so we'll have to see how that goes. Yes. One of the things I noticed is that you can actually spray lime on the field with the sprayer, like the liquid sprayer, but you actually, even with regular lime, you go through just a ridiculous amount of lime, I discovered. I don't know why that's the case, but you definitely go through like a lot of lime. So like in the sense that you have to refill like 2 or 3 times. Like if I were using just if I were fertilizing just with the regular in-game stuff, probably wouldn't be a problem at all. But in this scenario, for whatever reason, it seemed like it was really chewing through our lime. Apparently, it's a busy day for the fire marshals. Anyways, what we're gonna do, like I said, is get this guy rolling here. So that is field number 7, and this is a 40-meter fertilizer. There we go. And it may or may not use all of this. I don't know for certain. First waypoint. There we go. I know there are placeables for. The various types of fertilizer for the soil mob. I just don't know if they actually refill. So like, let's say with Courseplay, for example, if you don't set up Courseplay properly, it will actually not work very well. So like for example, let me get this sorted first. 40 meters. There we go. So what will happen is it will refill, but it'll only refill NPK. It won't refill anything else. So it's a bit strange. I don't know why it works like that. And this little section of field right here, apparently don't own it. And that's the reason why that guy is just chilling out right there. We'll see how much we end up with there. Alright, let's fire this guy back up. It's funny, I was looking for pickup trucks in-game today, and I wasn't able to find like many good ones. I was looking at Offspring Gaming trucks, and his trucks are well on their way of becoming like a really awesome truck, but in my opinion they're not quite there yet. Like if I were to compare that to the Land Rover that came out a while back, like that thing was probably like the best made truck I've seen. I've seen a couple of Joe Lindbergh's trucks too, and they're pretty decent, but they're private. I'm fairly certain of that. I don't want to ask him if they're private or not because he doesn't like being asked that question. I'm fairly certain also. Alright, so let's get this guy back to the main farm here, and then what we can do is get the other guys rolling here. Interestingly enough, I was fiddling around with the Vaderstadt soil mod pack, and I was actually able to get it to work properly, get it to work the way it's supposed to. It's actually quite interesting once you understand how to get it all working. What I'm referring to like is the soil mod Vaderstadt pack comes with a whole bunch of random things. So it comes with this, for example. So these could go together, and there's also, where is it? There's these two things right here. So you can actually add them together. So it's really quite odd if you don't know what the heck you're looking for. Oh yeah, they should be able to get the whole thing done with that. Yeah, so it's kind of odd when you don't realize how they all work. I actually spent like, when was that? It was a while ago now, but I spent a long time just trying to figure out how it's supposed to work properly. So eventually I got it to work, and it's pretty interesting, but just not what I was really expecting. All right. Well, it wasn't. Let's say that. All right. So let's take this cultivator and just park it right here, like so, and then see what we have next in line. There we go, perfect. So what we'll be able to do is we don't actually have to plant anything right now if we don't want to, but we can easily plant something. What other tractors do I have? I have where's the case? I think I have a case somewhere here too. And this guy is about 160 horsepower, so he probably is powerful enough to run the... Just thinking out loud here and see if he can actually handle the baler, but he can. But I'm just gonna set it up with this guy, which is overkill, mind you. But I'll set the case on the bale wagon instead. There we go. But yeah, I started playing on Blackrock Valley. Very nice map, very well done. So what I might do is I might alternate between Blackrock Valley and another map. Maybe this one, maybe some other map. I'll probably keep this one because I just like this map. But we'll see how long that lasts for. I'm not really certain yet because it's one of those situations where I want to try and alternate a little bit, try and keep it a bit different and not have it the same way. Productivity is 0 apparently. It's always good to have 0 productivity. And how is this guy doing here? Not too bad. Alright, so what we'll do is I'll wait for this guy to finish up, and then we'll come back when he's done. Alright, so the Big M's almost done in the back there, so what we're going to do is get this guy rolling right now. And we want him to follow the Crone Big M. There we go. And set him to the first waypoint. There we go. Shouldn't have an offset. No, he does not. Good. So that'll make us a little bit of extra money, and then we can go from there. I think what we'll have to do is... oh yeah, that's way better than the previous time. If you guys recall, what happened was our yields were all over the place. Well, really low, I should say, because the nutrients on the field were not quite up to snuff. And as you can see this time around, we're already pumping out the bales in comparison. So definite sign that we have a much better yield this time. So last pass right here. Got that field, got the moisture put down that field, or watered, I guess you can say it. And yeah, so it's been sprayed, and now it needs to be it looks like it needs to be cultivated. Yeah, jeez. I guess we'll have to get the Massey Ferguson on that. Actually, this guy's just finishing up this field right here. Shouldn't take too long. It's one of the advantages of having such a wide sprayer. 40-meter sprayer takes no time at all to get that field done. So that'll be really awesome when it's all said and done. Alright, so what we're going to do is... it's funny, we keep collecting a whole bunch of these pallets. I wish there was a pallet collector on this. I think you can place it down, but unfortunately we have... this one map does not have it set up that way right off the bat. So something maybe I could have done, but I just haven't got around to doing it yet. Oh, looks like they need a little bit of food, actually. Do we have a bale over here for them? Actually, we don't. Huh. That's unfortunate. So what we'll do is grab a couple bales of hay for them then. So what we'll do is, where is... oh, there it is. We'll grab this guy over here, and we'll grab the trailer. I can't see anything. Yeah, like I was saying, I actually was looking around for pickup trucks. I couldn't find like any really solid one. Like, there's lots of them out there, but they're all kind of like, you know, some parts of it are nice, not the whole thing's not nice. So it makes me a bit sad, actually. So this truck is nice, but it slides, which is a bit annoying, especially if you drive it a lot, I guess. Some people like that. I really don't particularly enjoy trucks that slide a lot, but that's just me. I don't do donuts or anything like that. Although you could easily, I suppose. Could have a donut challenge. So not an eating donut challenge, of course, but like an actual donut. Never mind. You know what I'm talking about. So what we'll do is pick up the JCB over here. Oops. Went past it there. We'll pick up the JCB, and then we'll go pick up a couple of the bales that are just chilling out on the field at the moment. Because our sheep are going to need some more. They're going to need some more feed soon. So what we'll do is we'll grab this guy. And put him on the trailer, and then we'll go from there. I like how much visibility. Oh, jeez. I like how much visibility there is in any of the skid steers. If you ever use one, they're really nice to use for visibility wise. Like you see a lot of these in Canada for winter. In the winter, I should say, for removing snow from like different walkways and stuff like that. So we tend to see that. That's probably the most common use for a skid steer. That and landscaping, I suppose, but it could be used for both. So what we're going to do is a couple of bales that are... Actually, what we'll do quickly is we'll hop into this guy, because he's going to be driving back like he is. Let's move him out of the way, because if we don't, he's going to run through all the bales that the Class Zerion's currently making. There we go. Put this guy over here for the time being. And we'll hop into the Massey. Just barely had enough moisture, apparently, or enough water. I'm pretty surprised, actually. I didn't think he was going to have enough at all. There we go. And we'll hop back into the truck and grab a couple bales. We don't need many. We need, like, 4 at the most, basically. And then that'll be enough to keep the sheep satisfied, because we only have like 30 sheep or something like that, so they don't eat very much yet. So, oh yeah, look how many bales there are now. Nice. So much better than the last time. So this looks like a good spot to stop. Do this. Technically, you could just easily you could have easily just used the what do you call it? The trailer that unloads, that picks up bales automatically, but this is just a slightly different way. You don't often see... Really? I thought I unlocked the... you don't often see... There we go. You don't often see... Oh... Well, that's what I get for talking too much, I guess. You don't often see skid steers in the field. Maybe because it's not a very nice ride. Really? I'm surprised. Let's not be able... That's ridiculous. It should be able to get off that. Not a problem. There we go. Sheesh. You don't normally see skid steers in the field. Some people, of course, will use them, but I don't see them. You don't see them very often, and that's primarily because they're just really not comfortable to use in the field because of the type of driving that you do with it. Another reason, of course, is because they will just tear up your field, of course, because like the way they're set up, right? It's like normal wheels have like they actually kind of turn in the direction you want to go, where this is like more like a tank style driving. So because it's more tank style driving, you tear up the field quite a bit. So that's one of the reasons why you don't see a lot of people using skid steers. And some of the bigger operations, you tend to see stuff like a telehandle type situation. But outside that, it's usually a tractor. Or if you're OLF, you have like a auto stack trailer. There we go. We'll grab this one right here because it's close, and we'll grab one from the other side. And that should be it. We don't need a whole lot, honestly. We're not feeding a whole slew of lambs or anything like that, so this should be perfectly fine. Alright. It's funny, I've actually driven a truck like this. I think it was a Dodge. What was it? I think it was a Chevy Silverado 1500 diesel Turbo Max or something like that. It's my uncle-in-law's truck, and he's like, we were in the field picking up hay, strangely enough, and he was like, yeah, just drive the truck forward. And I'm like, what? Because I don't work on the farm very often, I'm kind of like I'm in one of those situations where it's like, well, do you offer to help because even though you don't know what's going on, sort of idea. So I find myself in that situation often because I don't work on a farm. And when I do work on a farm, it's not necessarily driving a truck or a tractor all the time. It's some, the odd time, but usually it's not. Usually it's like, pick weeds or something like that. Alright, hopefully those bales of hay are going to stay on there. And we'll just back up the JCB onto the trailer, like so. Nice. Park, turn it off. There we go. Yeah, so he's like, go ahead and just drive the truck forward. And I was like, what? So he makes me drive the truck a little bit on the field. Like I don't drive very often because like I don't have a car, first of all, and second of all, I don't drive a truck with a trailer ever because I don't have a truck, and I know people who have trucks, but usually they're driving their own trucks, not letting me drive them. So it was very odd when he asked me to do that. And it was basically like a gooseneck trailer just like this, filled with what was it filled with? Round bales? No, I think it was small squares, but they were stacked in such a way that they used like an auto stacker to do it. So it's good there. It's still there. I wasn't sure. So yeah, he asked me to do that. It was one of those odd things. I still remember because it was kind of like I was a bit nervous because didn't want to get stuck or something like that. But in the end, it worked out. So beauty. All right. Well, there's the sliding a little bit. I should go back. I remember talking to David Oldfield about the trailer sliding, but I suspect it's the same thing with trucks, to do with the way the. I suspect it's the same thing to do with the way the tires are converted or something like that. Anyways, folks, we'll leave it there for the time being. I'll feed the sheep when they need it. I think they're okay for the time being. Yeah, they're okay for the time being, but they will need some soon. So that'll be it for me for today, folks. My name's Iain Robson. It's been an episode of Farming Simulator 2015 coming at you from Valley East, USA. And if you enjoyed yourself, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Catch you guys later.